Welcome back. How's your journey to health going? It's the school holidays and there's plenty of time for you to start making the healthy recipes that I've got up on YouTube already. So please feel free, and you can chat to me, you can put up your results and we can talk about that. That would be perfect. Today we're going to be making some healthy double chocolate zucchini muffins. So let's get started. So how's this muffin recipe different from any other that you might find? Let's have a look. Instead of using refined flour, which has got all the goodness taken out of it, this is just milled oats, and it's got zinc, manganese, magnesium, and it's high in fiber, so much better choice for you. Then I've got some grated zucchini. I grated that earlier, and I just drained a little bit of the water off because the water starts to accumulate. I have taken 2 apples and I sliced them up. You can actually leave the skin on because that would add more fiber to this recipe, but I peeled them and sliced them and cooked them in the microwave for 2 minutes, just covering the bowl with a plate. Then I put that into my food processor and I made applesauce. I've got 2 eggs over here. These are organic eggs, but you can use whatever you've got. A teaspoon of vanilla essence, a half a cup of cacao. Cacao is a much healthier option than cocoa because it hasn't been deeply roasted, so the goodness is still in it. 1 teaspoon of baking powder in there with a half a teaspoon of baking soda or bicarbonate of soda. A teaspoon of instant coffee. This brings out the flavor of the chocolate, so definitely pop that in. A quarter of a teaspoon of salt and a half a cup of coconut oil, which is usually solid in winter, but I've popped it in the microwave for about 30 seconds just to melt it. And then I used 1 slab of 85% Lindt chocolate over here. You can use what you've got in your cupboard as well. Okay, so the basic idea behind this recipe is to lower the sugar really, and the refined sugar. So I've got coconut sugar, which has got a lower GI, and the apple sauce, that's going to be your sugar source. So all in all, I think we're in for a healthy treat over here. Just remember to put your oven on to 180 degrees Celsius before you get started. It's probably a good idea to have all your ingredients ready like this, and then you just assemble them. That's going to save you a lot of time. So we're going to start off by putting our oat flour into a large bowl, and that's 1 1/4 cups. Your salt goes in there, and your cacao powder, and it goes, your baking powder and your baking soda, those go in there. And now that's all your dry ingredients ready to go. The next thing you're going to do is take your 2 eggs and crack them into another bowl, a separate bowl. I like to just tap them with the back of a knife. That helps me to break them easily and I don't end up with any shell inside the bowl. So now I'm going to whisk my eggs, and before I add my sugar, I'm going to let them go a little bit white. I'm going to add my sugar, and then I'm going to add my vanilla and my coconut oil, and I'm going to whisk that well. So we'll have a look at that in a second. I'm gradually adding my coconut sugar. Once you've creamed your eggs and sugar, then I'm going to add the granulated coffee, the instant coffee, just because it is dried and you want it to dissolve. So I'm going to just mix that in there a little bit and continue to mix it. Gradually add the oil and the vanilla. Look at that creamy consistency. You could also add a little bit of boiling water to your coffee, instant coffee. That's just going to help it dissolve a little bit because it took a little while to mix in and dissolve. Now, applesauce goes in. And you want to combine the wet and the dry ingredients. Just folding them gently. And once that looks almost done, you can add the zucchini and the chocolate chips and just continue to combine a little bit more. Now the zucchini, it might sound strange to put zucchini in a recipe, but this is really what makes it so moist and delicious. So I would highly recommend that you try this. Even if you think it's not going to turn out well, go for it. You've got nothing to lose. In go my chocolate chips. Fold them together, and when they're combined, we'll put them into the patty pan, and I'll show you how to do that. Prepare your muffin tin, and then you just take tablespoons of the mixture, using 2 spoons together, putting the mixture on one, and you just push that into the little muffin tin like that. Into the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. There we go, they're ready. Let's have a look. Just come out of the oven. Look at that. How can something this healthy be so good? Off you go. Go and make them and tell me what you think.